Welcome to the 2023 Region 10 TSS convening. We are very excited to set this time aside to recognize and celebrate the achievement of our very promising new teacher residents and outstanding mentor teachers that are involved with Texas Strategic Staffing, or TSS.
Region 10 currently works with 4 dedicated education preparation programs and 10 innovative local education agencies. We will now hear from Mesquite ISD and Wally ISD as they share their unique experiences with Texas Strategic Staffing.
As a campus principal, it's fantastic because recruiting and retention is more difficult than ever in this day and age of education. And so as the campus principal, we get to see them shine every single day. And it also gives us the opportunity to hire first because they want to stay and be a part of this campus.
Paid teacher residencies are important to me because the work you're doing feels valued. You do a lot, and I don't think people realize that when you go into this. You're not just shadowing your teacher.
So paid residency for me is important because especially last semester I worked 2 jobs to pay for my apartment and for living. I also had 4 classes on top of working here, and it was really able to take off that load of working 2 jobs for me. I was able to truly focus on academics for myself, and being here in the moment during my student teaching really helped for sure.
Some of the benefits to the year-long teacher residency, you are there from the first day of school to the last, and so you're kind of seeing how these students are adjusting to a whole new grade level, a whole new school year. We have students at the beginning of the year that it was a rough start, and you get to see them kind of adjust and get comfortable. You also learn how to start a school year. You learn how to close out a school year. You learn how to come back from a semester break, which can be challenging because students get comfortable like you do in summer break. So you learn a lot of kind of how to start and end a school year and all that goes into it. Rather than just being there a semester, you're there for everything. You're there to lesson plan, you're there when students get in trouble, you're there, you are there from start to finish. So being paid really makes you feel like you're actually a teacher and you're not just a student.
The benefits I think would have to be, for sure, just being in that classroom constantly. You're getting to know the students more than just the average 4 hours a week for the normal Phoebe students. They really see you as their teacher all year long. You're able to see at the very beginning how they are as soon as they walk in and how they leave the classroom for the school year as well. I've been able to myself tackle those groups myself, so it's really cool to actually have that, what's the word I'm looking for, opportunity to do that with those students. It's been really interesting to watch that change between them, kind of like that light bulb moment for them, and able to see how my host teacher currently takes those students and really takes them higher up into those higher order thinking, giving those higher order thinking questions and build them up even higher. It's been really interesting to watch. I don't see myself being the teacher I am today or the student teacher I am today without this residency program. I've grown so much. Even at the very beginning, we recorded ourselves from our first lesson, and seeing that video to now, it's like a world of a difference. I'm like, who is that girl? Because that's not me now. So it's been really fun to see that change in myself. I truly don't think I'd be where I am, especially without my host teacher, Ms. Kelly here.
My experience with the new teacher resident, I was very nervous coming into it. I didn't know what to expect. Having someone watch you, how you teach, was very intimidating, but the process was amazing. Maddie came in and she made me feel at ease, and I was comfortable teaching in front of her, and it made me become a better teacher to make her a better teacher.
I think the paid teacher residency is important because it allows my student teacher to focus solely on the work in my classroom without having to worry about a second job or other things to distract her from her job here.
Another benefit of her being in the classroom is somebody else was at her first day. She was able to lean on someone else the very first day and the very last day, and she's not alone. When you are starting teaching, you have 30 kids staring at you and you are in charge, and coming into a student teacher resident program, you're able to lean on that teacher and see what she does and follow her footsteps, and it really does make a difference. I've seen growth from the beginning when she started to now.
I think there are a lot of benefits to the year-long teacher residency. It allows my student teacher to come in before school ever starts, to see that setup process that most student teachers don't get to experience. And so she sees it from beginning all the way to the end to see how the students grow and change, and especially in our grade level, which is kindergarten, to see the students come in as these little bitty babies and then leave as first graders. And so to see that whole year-long process. She also is able to develop relationships with the students, which is super important in every grade level. And so I think she is able to come in, get to know those students on a deeper level, grow with them throughout the year, and then just have that bond. And also with the teachers, she's able to have a lot of teachers that she's grown to know over the year to have as a resource for her as she moves into her teaching career.
Having the teacher residents on campus is a great benefit for all stakeholders. First, it gives the teacher resident an opportunity to see the growth that they can achieve from the first day of school to the last day of school. And having them on campus also benefits our cooperating teachers because they have the opportunity to have somebody else in the classroom and really get to lay the groundwork of what it means to be an effective teacher. Additionally, I think it's great for our students to see that you can always have a growth mindset. You're never too old to learn. Some of our teacher residents are 19, 20, and some of them are a little more seasoned because they've had a different pathway. And so it really gives a great example for our students to know that they too can continue their education. And it allows them to see that education is a gift that no one can take away.
We like to hire for will, and we want to see those resident teachers come in and take initiative. And we want to see them come in and go above and beyond what we would expect our teachers to do as well in the classrooms that they do almost naturally.
So having a year-long residency program allows our first-year teachers to be successful from day one. They already know what it's like. They've already learned the classroom management techniques. They've already learned what it takes to plan at a deep level so that their students can be successful. They've learned differentiation. So all the tools that most teachers have to go through their first year of teaching, our teacher residents don't have to do that. They start year one like a year two teacher. Additionally, school districts offer an onboarding experience and new teacher training. However, our teacher residents sit in new teacher training and their onboarding experience with a sense of accomplishment and a sense of affirmation because they've done it, and so therefore it helps them be successful year one.
Their passion truly helps ignite passion in teachers that have been doing it for a while again. You can get into the job and it's difficult, and sometimes we forget to look up and see all of the good things, and the student residents come and remind us of those good things.